Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome to another MAMJ Let's Play of 999. Now when we left off, we actually went through door 3 and investigated the shower room, but as you guys can see right here, it's not highlighted because I didn't save that file. I actually just reloaded it, so that way I wouldn't have to play through the whole beginning part again. So now we're going to go through door 8. It's the only door that we haven't gone through yet. I think I'm going to go with door 8. Okay, 8 it is. Yeah. Alright then, that means June's got to go through 7. What? Why? What? Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself, but he finally began to explain. If the 6 of us are going to keep going through without leaving anyone behind, there's only 3 ways we can do it. I know some of this is going to repeat itself, but it's the 3rd time we've done it, so you know. Okay, go through 7 with 3, 5, 8, then go through 8 with 4, 6, 7, go through 7 with 4, 5, 7, and go through 8 with 3, 6, 8, or go through 7 with 3, 6, 7, and go through 8 with 4, 5, 8. Anyways, that's it. Those are the only options. In other words, 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 can never go through the same doors. You get it now? As Santa finished, June looked over at Junpei, tears welling up at the corners of her eyes. Oh no. You're saying that we aren't going to see each other again for a long time. Junpei felt just as June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face. But he knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. In order for the 6 of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed, steeled his resolve, and did his best to smile. Hey, come on, you're making it sound like we're not ever going to see each other again. We got to split up, but only for a while. This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember? We got split up then too, but we all met back up. I bet 7 and 8 are just like that. You mean they're connected somewhere? Yeah, probably. Probably. She didn't sound very hopeful. It was 7 that interjected. I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere. Why? What makes you think so? If they don't connect, neither team can get through door 9. In other words, the game would end right here. Cyril's been on top of it so far. I don't think he'd blow it now. I'm sure he wants to have his fun for as long as possible. He's not going to end this game until we get through the 9 door. Which many of you have pointed out, the submarine that we found in the submarine ending did not have anybody go through a 9 door, so could you have actually escaped? I don't think so. June said nothing. The tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei. He met them, and with what reassurance he could manage, he laid his hand gently on her shoulder. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise. June bit her lip and gave him an almost imperceptible nod. Yes, promise? Her voice was barely above a whisper. Santa's voice shattered the moment. You guys are done, right? He stretched and continued. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 7 and Clover can have 8. Any problems with that, Clover? Clover looked away and was silent for a moment. Whatever. It was more of a dismissal than an agreement, but Santa didn't seem to care. Alright, we're ready to go then. Let's move. At Santa's command, the group split and headed for their respective doors. Santa, 7, and June walked toward door 7, while Clover, Lotus, and Junpei headed for door 8. For a long moment, they stood in front of the door. Then, Lotus laid her hand against her chest and turned to Junpei and Clover. Are you ready? Yeah. Yes? Then, shall we go? Alright, new room, new puzzle. I'm thinking, what I'm hoping I can do is do like an escape room for each episode, so that way we're still not losing a lot of stuff, since I moved it to a shorter time slot. But Danganronpa is very interesting, so I had to play that too. The door had opened, a narrow hallway stretched out before them. Lotus and Clover leapt through the door. The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. Plus, it's easier to edit, like, the stuff where I have to go back through and play all this again. It's going to be a lot easier to edit it, so forgive me if these episodes get a little bit shorter. The detonators in the bracelets had been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. But as he was about to step over the threshold, he stopped. He looked to his left, toward door 7. June stood there, a mirror image of Junpei. She turned and looked toward him. Their eyes met. They nodded. Their farewell took almost 1.5 seconds. Then, someone took hold of Junpei's arms and hauled him bodily through the door. I think I did that last time too. Bodily is just not a word you would use or like typically use for like hauling something. He heard the sound of the numbered door slam shut behind him. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beat. 81 seconds left. Hurry! Lotus snapped at him and ran to the dead. Junpei and Clover followed her as fast as they could. She found it quick, didn't she? And we're safe. Phew, it stopped. With a shaking hand, she wiped a few beads of sweat from her forehead. Clover, however, was calm. Aloof, perhaps. Pointless. She muttered to herself without emotion and began walking down the hallway, leaving behind a confused Junpei and Lotus. Lotus watched the girls receding back, with a mix of frustration and curiosity. What an unpleasant girl. I bet she's not very popular with the boys. Her sarcasm seemed a little more biting than it was, perhaps necessary, but she sighed and started after the younger girl. After taking a moment to catch his breath, Junpei followed. So where are we now? The hallway made a number of turns before at last coming to a dead end, set into the wall on the left side with a large iron door. For a few minutes, they stood in front of the door, examining it. Above the door was a plate with the word laboratory engraved on it. A laboratory, huh? That doesn't sound very pleasant. I don't like the look of this place. Me either, but there aren't any other doors. It's not like we have a lot of choices. Junpei? Huh? Please, you first. Oh yeah, sure, let me go first. Why not? Junpei suspected her politeness was motivated by something other than respect. Gah. Junpei muttered to himself and pushed open the iron door. Laboratory, huh? Really? Laboratory, and in the other room there's like a torture room and the chambers and all that. Okay, his first steps inside were tentative and careful, but at last he examined the room. It became clear that there was no imminent danger. Lotus followed him in, and Clover brought up the rear. I thought she was in front. Okay, whatever. The room they found themselves in was divided into two separate areas by a curved wall. A thick glass window built into that wall made it possible to see the other side of the division. Junpei walked to the window and looked through. What the hell? He wasn't sure what else to say. In the center of the room, shaped like a quarter circle, a mannequin lay on what looked like a medical exam table. That looks so creepy. Junpei jumped a little. He had noticed Lotus come up next to him. You don't think that thing is going to suddenly sit up or something, do you? Well, I don't know. I mean, look at all those cables sticking out of it. If we pressed the wrong button? I don't know. Stop it. Just thinking about it's terrifying. She was gripping her arms. The knuckles on her hands were white. So does Lotus not like robots or something? Like, does she have like a fear of them? It was then that Junpei noticed Clover. She was still standing near the entrance of the room. Her face had the appearance of calm, but it was drawn and somehow sad. There was something almost pitiful about her. Junpei walked over to her and, as kindly as he could, spoke. Are you okay? Clover looked away. What are you talking about? What? I'm just worried about you. You've been real quiet. What? I can't be quiet if I want to? Well, I mean, of course you can. Okay then. If I can be quiet if I want, just leave me alone, okay? Come on, you know I can't do that. We gotta work together. Clover bit her lip and was silent for a moment. Then suddenly, Junpei, you just don't get it. Her cry took Junpei by surprise, and he stumbled backward a few steps, alarmed. My brother's not the kind of person who'd just leave me behind. Something happened to him. Something bad. Junpei had nothing to say. Lotus, jolted from her mannequin nightmares by Clover's voice, turned towards them. What happened? Clover's eyes slid to Lotus, then back to Junpei. Look, just don't bother me, okay? Leave me alone. Finished, she turned around. Before Junpei or Lotus could say anything, Clover had begun to walk away quickly. Hey, wait, Clover, hold on. He might as well have been talking to a wall, for all the notice she took of his cries. Not even slowing down, she made for a doorway cut in the wall in front of her. Without even slowing down, she passed through the doorway. That's bad. And without warning, an iron gate fell from the ceiling like a portcullis, sealing Clover in. What the heck? What's going on in here? Clover grabbed hold of the iron bars and shook them as hard as she could. Hang on, I'll get it open. Junpei grabbed the bars and pulled. In a moment, Lotus joined him. The three of them pulled as hard as they could, but... It's not moving. Wait, are you just gonna give up? Just like that? No, I'm not giving up. This has got to be another one of Zero's puzzles. If it is, then there's got to be a way to open it. Junpei nodded. Just what I was thinking. Now all we gotta do is find it. Lotus and I can look around here. Clover, you're gonna have to see if you can find anything in there. Oh, yes, I'm on it. Oh, sure, now she's got some energy. Alright, so now we gotta find a way out of here. We need to free Clover. Hopefully it's gonna be easier said than done. Well, it is gonna be easier said than done. It's always easier said than done. What am I talking about? Okay, silver handrail. That didn't help much. What do we got here? Looks like a control for an electronic door lock. There's a red light on the display. That means it's locked. If we can get that light to turn green, then maybe we can get Clover back. This looks like the control for some kind of electronic lock. The red light is on. Then it's gotta be locked. There's a green light just below it. Although that one isn't lit. I bet it'll turn off if we can unlock it, right? Yes, but how are we going to unlock it? There's no keyhole, no card reader, and no keyboard for putting in the password. I have no idea. Okay. So far, so good. We got a keyhole here. This is a keyhole. This looks like a keyhole for the activation key. Alright, anything with a computer? Really old type of keyboard? Okay, nothing. There are two levers here. Do you think they activate something? Well, why don't you move one? Alright, I'll give it a try. No? Nope. Doesn't look like anything happened. Okay. Hello? What's this? Ethanol. Okay. I guess that's all there is. Alright. A whole bunch of steel lockers. The 9 on the right all have little red lights. Yeah, so they're probably locked. Yep, just as I thought. Locked tight, all 9 of them. I wonder if there's anything important in there. Probably. This is the computer. The power isn't on. Well, there's a power button. This is a waste of time. What? I don't see a power cable. Oops, yeah, you're right. No power cable. The thing isn't even connected to a main computer though. It's got a monitor, keyboard, and mouse, but that's it. Just sticking a power cable isn't gonna do anything. Oh, I don't know about that. Okay, sounds like Lotus knows a little bit about computers. Okay, so what's in here? A window made of really thick glass. I don't think even a bullet could break it. Okay, Clover? Junpei, do something, please. Oh, sure. I'll do all the work. I don't know what kind of table this is, but part of it's all black. There's a pen lying over here. I think somebody probably used it to make the table black. Well, if they only used the pen on that one part, there's probably something underneath all that pen. Clover, do you think you can erase it? Yeah, sure. Oh, this is a permanent marker. Junpei, do you know how to erase ink from a permanent marker? Erase the ink from a permanent marker, huh? Give me just a minute, Clover. I'll be right back. But it's right here. No? Through the bars. Is that what I need to do? Clover, use this ethanol. You should be able to wipe off that permanent ink with it. What am I gonna wipe it with? Oh, well, your clothes, of course. Kidding. Just kidding. Please don't look at me like that. You're scaring me. Okay, so now we gotta find something for her to wipe it with. Good lord! I think she can't do anything. There's a lot of stuff here. I don't know how we could use any of these. Well, I can say for sure that I do know how to use at least one of these things. Which one? The one on top. I think it's a power cable. The power cable, huh? I'll take that. Awesome. But we still need a freaking cloth. Monitor doesn't have a power cable. So one end of the cable needs to be connected to a monitor, and the other end needs to plug into under the desk. Alright, let's just slip you in. Huh? Well, shoot. I can't use this. What's wrong? The cable has 3 prongs, but the socket only has 2 holes. It's not gonna fit, is what I'm saying. In other words, we're gonna need to plug to change the power cable to one with 2 prongs. Oh, that's so annoying. That's super annoying. Cardboard box, there's some papers and stuff in it. What's in the box? It looks like it's quite full. As far as I can tell, it's a bunch of notes about some kind of experiment, but it's all really technical and stuff. I don't really get it. Is there really nothing for her to wipe it with? Because I am seeing nothing over here. Let's look back in here. Hey Clover, how are the power cables over there? Huh? What do you mean? Does the plug have 3 prongs or 2? I don't know what you're talking about. Let me look. Guess she has to kind of crouch down to get a look under there. The cable on the monitor has, it's got 2 of those little metal things. What does that mean? That's it. Okay, can you unplug that cable and bring it over here? Okay, but, well, I can unplug it, but it's connected to the main computer. I can't take it over to you. It's no good then. Well, how about just the plug? What? The plug? Well, maybe more like a connector? It's the sort of thing that makes the plug with 3 metal thingies into a plug with 2 metal thingies. Still useless? Not useless. Not useless at all. That's just what we were looking for. Okay. Can you hold up for a little bit? And back down she goes. Alright, unplugged. I'll hand it to you over by the bars, okay? Okay, so we still need a cloth, but at least we can get the plug. Anyway, could you wipe off that permanent ink? Look, Clover. Right now, at this moment, you're the only person we can depend on. I'm trusting you with this. You trust me. I feel kind of special. Okay, I need the plug. And she's wandering around the table. I don't think she even knows we're calling her. The plug. Really? Okay, so I gotta go back now? Is this like an examination table? There's a creepy mannequin here, guys. I know. Did you wipe this off? Clover, can you use the cloth on the table? Use, huh? Soak it in the ethanol and then use it to wash off the stuff from the permanent marker, okay? Right, okay. So I gotta soak the cloth with ethanol. Well, she's got the cloth, but she seems to be having a little trouble with the bottle of ethanol. When she's ready, I should ask her to get to work on that stuff on the table. Soak the cloth in ethanol and wipe it. Okay, Junpei, it's working. It's wiping the permanent ink off. Huh? There's some kind of weird drawing under the permanent ink. What's the deal with the drawing that Clover found? Maybe I should ask her to take another look at the table. Well then do it! I wonder what it is. There are a bunch of numbers in some kind of grid. I can't see it from here. Clover, you've got a pen in the notebook, right? Could you write those numbers down and then hand it to me through the bars? Okay, Roger. Is there anything else? I wonder what this is. This thing here looks like a voltometer. And this is a control for that? Gosh, so many dials. Why don't you try turning one of them? Nope, nothing. There's no power here, guys. I turned the dial a whole bunch, but even if I turn all the switches on, nothing happens. Okay, that's fine. Let's get what we can get. Here, Junpei, I wrote down all the numbers from the desk on here. Paper with numbers on it required. Okay. Yes, thank you, the plug. Awesome. Combine that with this. Okay, put the 2-prong plug into the head of the power cable. We are good to go. Okay, so let me look at the numbers. Is it not here? Those are all just controls. That's not it. Where? Clover's note. Here we go. I was like, where did it go? Okay, so it's like a little tic-tac-toe thing. So we got 3, 4, 1, and 2. Okay, got it. That's gonna be helpful later. I know it. Alright, so let's... Junpei, what do I do next? For now, just have another look around. I'm definitely gonna save you, so just hang on a little longer. Okay, I'm counting on you. Me too. Alright, so let's plug this in. Alright, I've got the 2-prong power cable in my hand. I'm pretty sure this will work. Under the desk I go. Let's just plug this thing into the monitor. Alright, that ought to do it. Alright, let's turn the power on. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Why not? Well, it's not connected to the main computer. You never know until you try. Pretty optimistic. Junpei pushed the button on the front of the monitor. With a soft hum, it turned on. Streams of letters that made no sense to Junpei began to scroll across the screen. He had hoped it would turn on, but he hadn't expected this. Huh? It's actually working? So it would seem. Isn't that kind of weird? What? Well, it's not connected to the main computer, right? There's just his keyboard and monitor. The only cable connected to this thing is the power cable we just plugged in. So, why is it working? Maybe it's a wireless display. Clearly, this was a reasonable explanation to Lotus. A wireless display? Yes, it connects to your computer wirelessly. Hence the name. Have you been living in a cave, Junpei? He most certainly had not, but... Is that normal? Yes, at least where I worked. Where did you work? As I spoke, the lines of letters suddenly stopped and disappeared. The only thing left on the screen was the word pass, followed by a colon. It looks like we need to enter a password. Again. There must be a hint around here somewhere. Could you go take a look? Yeah, I'm on it. What are you gonna do? I'll see if I can do something about this on my own. On your own? Yep, on my own. Lotus pulled over the nearest chair and dropped herself down onto it, in front of the keyboard. For a second, she stared at the screen. She kneaded her hands, knuckles popping, and twisted her back, left, then right. Alright, let's do this. Lotus smiled to herself and rubbed her hands together in anticipation. Then, before Junpei had time to blink, she was typing at an incredible speed, the click-clack of the keys running together like machine gun fire. What? Junpei was, for once, at a loss for words. Didn't expect that, did you? Of course I didn't. Lotus grinned, pleased with herself. Well, at any rate, that was pretty amazing. Did you fall for me again? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean again? I'm not into you. I know. Don't be so stubborn, shy boy. I'm not being stubborn, and I'm not shy, and I'm not a boy. I'm a young, healthy 21-year-old man. I'm not gonna fall for an old lady like you. Oh God! Suddenly, the guttural roar of a furious animal filled the room. Or so Junpei thought, just for a moment. Lotus's hands suddenly stopped, and her shoulders stiffened. Old lady? Did you just say, old lady? Oh crap, thought Junpei. I went too far. Oh well, it was a nice life, while it lasted. I've had enough of you. Go somewhere else. You're bothering me. What? Go so you can find a password hint or something. I'll try and open this from here. You're distracting me. Go. Now. Lotus waved her hand in the universal gesture of dismissal. Junpei was clearly not wanted. Time to cut my losses, Junpei thought, and left as quietly and inoffensively as he could. Yet you don't want to offend her. Junpei wandered around the room for a while, looking for anything that might help to find a password for the computer. Unfortunately, nothing. Nothing at all. He found no clues whatsoever. Nothing. He asked Clover if there was anything useful in the laboratory, but her answer was no. Looks like we've hit a dead end this time. But just as he was about to tell Lotus that his search had returned nothing. All right, bullseye! Junpei, I did it! Excited cheering erupted from near the monitor. He hurried back to find Lotus looking rather smug. She gestured for him to look at the screen, and he did. The strange text from before was gone. In its place was something entirely different. Ah! 9 squares arranged in a 3x3 square. What is that? I don't have any idea. It just showed up after I cracked the password. You think it's a puzzle? It certainly looks like one. As she spoke, Lotus stood up. Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff? I can't do anymore. It won't let me do any more programming. See? The keyboard. Nothing. So, there's nothing more I can do. Well, I guess I'll leave this to you then, Junpei. What? Let me take a break, alright? I did my part. He wasn't sure what to say to that. She certainly had done her part. In fact, without Lotus, they probably would have run completely aground. I shouldn't rely on other people so much, Junpei thought to himself. From here on out, he told himself, he would rely on no one else. Junpei crossed his arms and stared at the puzzle shown on the screen. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4? Hey! Oh, well that's just the solution to it. Okay, all right, I solved it. Did you hear a noise just now? Yeah, I did. It sounded like something unlocking. Where did it come from? Oh, gee, I wonder, maybe these lockers that are all green? Look, Junpei, the lights on the lockers are green. Then we must have unlocked it with the computer puzzle. What do we got? There's more than one key in here. This one is small and looks like it goes to some sort of machine. And this one has the Earth symbol on it. I think the Earth symbol matches a keyhole in a door on the A deck. Well, if that's the case, we probably don't need the Earth key right now. Alright then, Earth key. I'll just tuck you away deep in my pocket. Now, as for the other key, that's gonna go into the computer. It was just at that moment that he heard a voice behind him. It was Clover. Hey, Junpei, do you have a minute? He put the puzzle aside for a moment and walked over to Clover. What's up? Well, never mind. Hey, hold on a minute. What is... Sorry. Just forget about it. It's nothing. Before he could say anything else, she spun around and ran back down the stairs. What the hell was that? After waiting a few minutes to see if she would return, Junpei sighed and shook his head, and went back to searching. That was weird. Alright, let's put this in here. This key. The shape sure does make it seem like it goes to this machine. Alright, I'm turning it on. Okay, the monitor's on now. And it's full of letters. It's showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device. Emergency system will activate in the event of abnormal subject behavior. Okay. Typing on this keyboard isn't doing squat. Anything going on over here? There's something sticking out of the mannequin's head, like wires or something. What the hell were they doing in there? Huh? Why is she all quiet now? They were doing experiments on humans. Probably. Oh man, now she looks sad. Junpei, this thing in here is on now. Yeah, that's because we activated the power over on this side. Could you like play with it a little? Okay, yeah. I'll turn the dial here. Turn. I don't think it's working. Nothing happened. Well, maybe she missed something. I should ask her to look around the room again. Okay, this is the monitor. There are a whole lot of cables under this table. It's a rack. There are a bunch of cables on it. Somebody cut the outer stuff of the cable, outer stuff off of the cables. I can see the wires inside. Okay. The drain is for water, huh? Well, there's nothing here. I wonder what they washed here. There are these weird colored stains all over the sink. Well then. Maybe if you increase the voltage? Roger. Will do. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to max voltage. Max voltage? Hey, wait, Clover. Oh no. What? I think, yeah, we fried it. Oh my god! Oh my god! The mannequin's head! Oh man, that sounds like a fire alarm. God, what the hell? Fire detected. Fire detected. The emergency system will be activated. Evacuate the room immediately. Oh! Junpei, look at the light! Yeah, it's green. The emergency system has activated and disabled the lock. Now we can save Clover. Junpei! Come on, kid, jump! She's safe. Oh man, that smoke is some serious business. Time to close the store again, I think. Clover, are you okay? Are you hurt? She's coughing so hard she can't even talk. Of course I'm not alright. What the hell took you so long, you big jerk? I was almost dead. Sorry. I was going as fast as I could. You two can do this later. Right now, we need to get the hell out of here. That fire's not gonna stay in that room forever. Okay, we did it! We escaped the lab. All right, so that's perfect. That's actually a really good place to end the episode. So in the next one, we will go, I don't have my flowchart like exactly on me, but we've got another room to go into, and then that should lead us to one ending, and then we have to go back, go to another set of rooms, and get another ending as well. Okay, Junpei, Clover, and Lotus leapt out of the laboratory, slamming the door shut behind them. All three collapsed against the wall, breathing heavily. Junpei's heart was pounding in his chest, and his whole body felt weak. He inhaled gulps of clear air, and with each one, he could feel his body begin to calm down. All right, let's go. They nodded to each other and started off down the hallway. Before long, they found a few new doors, but all of them were locked. Soon, they had tried all the doors but one. The final door sat in the corner of the hallway. Junpei grabbed the door handle and was about to pull it open when a voice cried out from behind him. It was neither Clover nor Lotus, but he recognized it. I was like, it's June. Without a doubt, the voice belonged to. Okay. So you know what? This is actually a good place to stop it because I will go ahead and end the episode right here because they're going to reunite and then they're going to go back into the hallway. And then we will be able to pick the next door after that. So I'm probably going to go ahead and cut all of that part out. And we will continue from there. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun and very exciting. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the next AmAMJ. No, get off me. Let me go. Let me go. She scrambled for a moment, her legs skittering across the floor, but her resistance didn't last long. As suddenly as her outburst had begun, it was over. The manic energy disappeared, and her body went limp in Junpei's arms. June collapsed towards the floor, and Junpei knelt down with her. So, that's not a normal reaction. He felt drops of something warm and wet. Was she?